radical idea? Or I have a crazy idea?
He said. Cause you see, schools announced a strike and last time it lasted for months. But then it never happened. And so some hours on the lot customer service hold later, we're going on another trip. And this is the first section. It starts here. Toronto Pearson Terminal 1, aisle 13. As far as you can go without dropping down on the apron. Hang on, I said that before, didn't I? Sorry. Today we're flying business, so the queue isn't long. We get our latest allocated seats, having changed this booking so many times that Victor and Anna from Lot Customer Helpline are personal friends now. Hello! There is still no bag drop-off. So, unless you're going for a quick hop with hand luggage only, online check-in saves you no queuing. As it turns out, we're going to have a lot of time. We were kind of expecting it, as it's not uncommon for this flight. In addition to the mandatory 3 hours before departure. So, of course, security is empty. This is the fast track, but regular security was empty too. I will not be deprived again of solving the maze. And so, nothing for it but go and wait it out in the lounge. Now, last time I flew LOT, I had no access to the lounge and I said I didn't mind. It wasn't just a case of these grapes are sour, because look, this is the Miles & More lounge at Terminal 1 E-Gates. Most transatlantic flights leave about this time, meaning quite a few large airplanes. Meaning you'll be lucky to find a seat. In fairness, they do keep up on the food. For a real joke of a long-haul lounge, wait till we go back from Warsaw in a few episodes. On the drink front though, the better bottles are all empty and you're down to the local plonk. There is tea and coffee, but not necessarily espresso. And you have to be pretty quick about it. Nominally, it's open till 11:15 in the evening. As the transatlantics start going, it empties out about 9:30 and you think you'll get comfy. About 10 o'clock they close the bar and the coffee. And take away the food. There is a private room you can pay to rent, but there isn't a children's corner or any entertainment, so bring your own. Before 11, you get kicked out. And there are quite a few of us still here. We considered this connection, but it was quite a bit more than a lot. Even Teeny's closed now. Fortunately, we're boarding.
Last passengers with small bags, please proceed to the gate E18.
Our ride today is a Dreamliner. Sorry, I love these planes. 9 series, 4.5 years old. Come on, kitty. Nie wiem, które z Państwa, czy 4F? Dziękujemy. This is the business cabin. Very open plan, like the old Lufthansa. This partition, about 30 centimeters high, is all the privacy you get. Alright if you're in company, maybe not so good if you're not a fan of cuddling up to strangers. This is the general legroom and storage. You also get the huge Dreamliner bins. And for the goodies and features, I'll hand over to the next generation. Oh wow.
I think I like this.
Thank you.
You see, this was our previous transatlantic experience.
Pillow and blanket.
Yeah, pillow and blanket.
This, whatever this is.
Bed sheet, I think.
Then you get your amenity case, which I will do a tour of later.
Yeah, you get slipperies.
Which is like right hiding like here.
Okay.
You get the touchscreen 8 pair of headphones.
The headphone jack
Yeah.
goes, to me, in a it's not an easy place to get,
Especially when it's completely dark.
and it goes that way rather than that way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah. Gremlin will now demonstrate the amenity kit.
Amenity kit. Got business class okay. Get a speed mask.
Yeah, your size.
Earphones.
That's the earplugs.
Earplugs. Toothpaste gel.
Okay.
The green toothbrush. Last time Dad got purple.
Yeah.
Green. And a good pouch that my dad likes.
Yep. Watchy, yeah.
In here.
Okay.
TV remote. For your TV.
Yeah, but the TV is also a touch screen, is it?
You can turn it up like this. Or down like this. You've got like, you've even got a video game.
Yeah, so I guess the only problem is you have to have extra long arms to do this from your seat. Oh, it's a coat hook. Never seen anybody who use one of those. Switch it on and off. That's not so... Yeah, okay.
So, if you want to turn on the light, you hit this button to turn. And if you want to turn it off, hit the button again.
Oh. What does your seat do?
Your seat forward, backwards.
Flatty?
Oh no, it's not moving.
Because they're locked now.
Yeah, so
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Hang on. I just moved. I'm looking and now what happens?
normally moving. A second ago, I could go forward and backwards.
Okay. It's locked again.
Yep. Look, it's moving.
Now it's coming out. Yeah. Oh, it no working. Yes, this was a recurring theme, Roddy. The seats seemed quite temperamental. But eventually they do go full flat. And as a bed, it's more than generous for a gremlin, very comfortable for me, and big enough for a grown man.
I like the seat for sleeping because your feet aren't cocooned in the back of the seat in front of you. On British Airways and Air Canada, I think on Lufthansa as well, the seat tapers into like a little cubby hole where your feet are. And if you try and turn over at night, sometimes you can't, but on lot you can because you're unencumbered. The bad thing about the seat is there is no personal storage around the seat itself. So whatever you want, you've got to leave in your bag, either in the overhead locker or in the sort of shoe area at the front of the seat.
Yeah, which you can't access once the bed is flat.
Which you can't access once the bed is flat, yeah. So for personal storage, it's terrible, but for pure sleeping, it's very long. If you're not in row one, it's comfortable.
So with this, it's time to go.
Cheers.
I would like to welcome you on board this Boeing 787 Dreamliner in a LO Polish Airlines flight to Warsaw. At the beginning, I would like to apologize for a delayed departure. This delay is caused by the late arrival of this aircraft from a previous flight from Warsaw, to be precise, and this delay was caused by weather in Warsaw. The async right here in Toronto at this time of day should be pretty quick, so I'm pretty sure that once we leave our parking position, 7 hours and 55 minutes. Weather en route is good. Weather for landing in Warsaw should be good as well, but there's a snowfall predicted for our ride.
Goodbye, Toronto. Hello, dinner. The table hides in the armrest. And even for the tallest person in our party, sits comfortably above the legs. The menu reads very decent, and here is what it looked like. The vegetarian starter, regular starter, and children's starter, followed by the vegetarian main. The stew was mushroom and courgette. Children's main and regular main. Okay, that wasn't much of a shot, sorry. Before landing, we get this in the vegetarian option, this in the children's option. I'm telling you, book children's meals. And regular, minus the omelette, because that's not much of a shot either. The in-flight entertainment hasn't changed much since October, so I refer you to that video, link in the description, except there are computer games. They were of no interest to me, but if you're traveling with a Gremlin, that seems a major score.
And this is a video game controller.
I just like the moving map. So the one last thing is the Gremlin Loo review at 3 AM. It does show, yes. I'm disappointed. This time we don't get a flowy. Otherwise, it's the same. On the bright side, everything works. Not even a legal notice. That was the Gremlin Loo review, and now we're landing. So a few words on why we chose this flight. You see, we're not going to Warsaw, we're going to London, England. And from Toronto, LOT and Icelandair are the best priced options. With just one stop, you can go Toronto to London for half the price of BA, Lufthansa, Air Canada or even WestJet. And if, like us, you don't mind several flights and can spare 50 odd hours for an epic return journey, you can bring that even further down. It's an option, which I'm sharing because it wouldn't have necessarily occurred to me if I weren't born into flying them, so to speak.
Weather for landing. Currently there is a snowfall, temperature is -5 degrees centigrade.
As landing in Warsaw, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft comes to a complete stop.
Goodbye, thank you.
Bye, thank you.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Thank you.
Why do you give it a 9 out of 10?
Because the meals were way too big. Well, actually 9 out of 10 because sometimes the buttons don't work.
No, it just took us a long time to get your bed flat,
Yeah.
but then it worked okay.
And then at one point I wanted, all the buttons aren't all great, but they do work.
With an EU passport, you can use e-gates, never a queue, but you can't do this with a Gremlin. The human immigration has a short queue for EU passports, others have to allow about half an hour. Bags were out very quickly, under 10 minutes I'd say from when we got there, and they're all here. Isn't always the case. 3 months later they left husband's bag at Pearson and it took it some 3 or 4 days to catch up. So we're out for a stopover, cause it isn't just my hometown, it's Gremlin's too, even if she doesn't remember. Remember any of this?
Nope. To me it looks like Toronto Pearson.
So, see you in town! Gremlin on the road. Yours a bit wonky.
So is yours.
Okay.
We have 3 nights in the Montcalm London Royale. On Thursday the 29th, we move to the Doubletree by Hilton at London Victoria. Friday the 30th, we travel to Gatwick South Terminal to fly to Faro at 5:15 in the evening, arriving in Faro at 8:05 in the evening. We then have 10 nights in Faro, resort and hotel to be decided. On Monday the 9th of January, at 7:45, we fly from Faro to London Gatwick, arriving at London Gatwick South Terminal at 20 to 11 at night. Stay in the Hampton by Hilton at London Gatwick Airport North Terminal. We get up on Tuesday the 10th of January, take the Gatwick Express back to London, make our way across to London City, in time to fly from London City at 6:30 to Vilnius, arriving at Vilnius at 11:15. We spend the night at the hotel in Vilnius Airport. Get up the next morning, 9 a.m, fly to Warsaw, arriving in Warsaw at 9:05, and
5
we leave
p.m.
at 5 p.m. back to Toronto, arriving at